friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki, and we are back in WolfQuest, where in the last episode we had many tragedies. Many tragedies that I have had quite the time to sit and think about, and I would just like to bring you guys in. Let's get close. Let's use our imaginations here, because I have thought about just everything that happened in the last episode, had some time to think about it, edit the video, give you guys some time to respond, and I just want us to sit down and use our imaginations for a moment. So if I was gifted in being able to make art, I would have some beautiful photos in front of you right now. Sadly, I am not, so you will have to bear with me, but I've had some time to think, and the Wildfire pack and where they're at in this moment is just truly a time of hardship. We're seeing some shifting. Now, in the beginning of Cole's elder years, we have our wonderful boy Cole here. I'm sorry I have to leave the game paused, but I can't risk anything. But we have our beautiful boy Cole here. He's in his elder years. He is a runt. He has raised up this beautiful pack, and the most important thing in the world to him is keeping the family bond strong, is keeping the Wildfire strong. And he unfortunately has not been able to contribute to the pack in his elder years, and what that has done is really bring forward the strength of the pack, and seeing his children and his mate and his siblings, before Soul left. We still have Striker, the sweet baby boy, but seeing them come together and use all of the lessons that he has taught them to go forward and be able to do all of this without him. Yes, he is leading the pack. Yes, he is, telling them, what to do, and marking territory, and him and his mate Crimson, they are the ones making the pups, but ultimately he has had to take a huge step back, and he is not able to attack very much. He's not able to go for long distances. He really has to take it slow, and what that has done, it has given the rest of the pack the opportunity to become strong and really be everything that he wanted them to be, and is truly setting them up for success in the next generation. Now, in the past couple episodes, Soul, our brother, he's our younger brother to Cole, but he is from Timber and Nisha, and Soul has decided to go ahead and move on. He's at the point in his life where he can see Cole is slowing down, and the pack will eventually be taken over by one of his kids, and that kind of got Soul's mindset into thinking about the future a little bit more, and not so much just in the present where the pack is at. So Soul has moved on. Firefly felt confident enough with Gristle, and she is on the map now, which is really cool. So she is remaining in Lost River. Lightning has also moved on, but in what comes with being an elder wolf and struggling so much is not being able to provide as much for the pack. And what we're seeing with this prey abundance, with it being poor, is that the Wildfire has fallen on hard times, and they lost 2 pups because of it. And I believe it is, who did we lose? We lost Scarlet in the last episode, and Torch in the last episode. So we have Sizzle, Inferno, and Electra still with us, but we lost 2 pups, one to sickness and one pup was very, very weak. And when we got attacked by wolves, she got taken out, and it was really, really sad. And, you know, Cole is kind of seeing the results of that, and it's almost, you know, I'm sure in his mate's mind and in the other pup's mind, having them even think about a little bit more of the reality of, you know, leading the pack one day, and who might do that, and, you know, where their lives are going to be at. And of course, for the little ones, you know, they're leaning a lot on the other wolves' shoulders, and it's just kind of a hard time. But with the wildfire, I want to inject a little bit more lore into it. In the last episode, we did have to drop the difficulty down to easy to be able to even survive. That's not really something that I've ever done. We had something weird happen with my save, and my wolves just were not eating, and, you know, Torch ended up passing away because of it, and we dropped it down to easy, and we were eventually able to get through. But instead of just kind of having that be, you know, the result of things and not really be connected to story, you know, that's not really something that I'm comfortable with. So I was sitting there thinking about it and thought, you know, what if Timber and Nisha are looking down on Cole right now? And if you guys remember, when Timber very first started the wildfire, we had a challenge with him where we would roll difficulty and how many days he would be on that difficulty. And you know, we would go through it, and then we would change difficulty, you know, depending on what the WolfQuest gods decided on that day for his fate. And I almost wonder, now that Timber is, you know, passed on, he's in the afterlife, if now he is a part of those gods now, and he can choose to bless the wildfire with those, you know, during a really time of really bad hardship, if he can give the blessings of fire to the wolves of the wildfire, as long as they are still in Lost River and still connected to their homeland, if he can give them the blessings and kind of turn things around for them and try just to put a little bit of a paw of fate on the pack. So I think that is story-wise where we are going to go with this kind of lore for why things might be getting a little bit easier for the wildfire for now. Things can definitely change, but, you know, I just kind of pictured Cole going through this really hard moment and, you know, looking up in the stars and seeing that classic image of Timber. You know, Timber has come down for Kendall when she was having a really hard time, and you know, although she was in Slough Creek and there wasn't much that he could do because she was not so heavily connected with the wildfire anymore, you know, she's with the floodwater. But for those wolves that are with the wildfire and that are connected to their homeland, you know, their lineage just has something special within it, you know, maybe from Timber's past many, many moons ago, or it's just the land that they've inhabited and the way that they're choosing to live their life. But he now has the ability in the afterlife to give blessings of the fire to the wolves that remain in the wildfire and are connected to Lost River and their homeland. And it's not much, but you know, maybe they'll smell an extra carcass on the wind, and maybe they won't feel their injuries quite as hard during that time. So that is where I am sitting with all of this information for now. You know, I do just have to accept the losses, as sad as they are. I am still playing in beta. I don't know how horrible of an idea that is. I should probably change it, but I haven't, because I don't think the variable prey is out of beta yet. So, I definitely should probably make a backup of the wolves before maybe even we get started today. Maybe I'll take a pause and do that really quickly. But yeah, that's kind of where I am at with the situation. So let me know what you guys think. It seemed pretty fitting to me going all the way back to Timber and his challenge where we rolled the difficulty for his fate, that, you know, now that he is in the afterlife, he can kind of push that fate onto the wildfire under some pretty specific circumstances. So I'm excited to see what you guys think, and we're gonna go on from here. So give me just a moment, friends. All right, and with one backup made and out of the way, we are going to get started for the day. And hello everyone, can I just say that I am so glad that everyone is here. Electra, Inferno, there is Striker. I could not believe the amazing hunt that Striker pulled off the other day when that elk just got like rammed into the trunk. Here's the wolf that we killed from the Bedlam Mountain, and I think we'll go ahead and take the territory just right up here from those nasty Bedlam Mountain wolves who will not leave us alone. And then we're going to return south and continue to take some of that southern territory where we at least know that the elk is in. There does seem to be some bull elk around this area, which is pretty interesting, but we know that they're going to be in the Southland, and they deserve some wildfire wrath. So let's do what we can. Hi, Azula. You have your ears back. Oh my goodness. Oh, and Zuko's upset. Zuko, I don't know what you have to be upset about. That whole time that everyone was on death's door, you were doing absolutely fine. He was like full and healthy. So you got no reason to growl at me, sir. Maybe Zuko wants to lead the pack. Who knows? Striker, I will say that was pretty clutch. I mean, at this point, a lot of the pups are definitely in the running for leading the pack for season 3. Are you guys excited about season 3? I am. I'm excited to keep our generations going. I want to get it to 10 generations plus. We're gonna be here for quite some time with the wildfire, and of course, you know, when I have my my heart series right now, it's gonna be you know, the Floodwater series has some pretty serious stories going on with it. The Fool's Gold is just super fun. I just love Bolt in general. And the Diablo Creek is just kind of a fun, you know, streaming series. So let me know, are there any other wolves that you guys would like to see like a heart series with? I think the wildfire is always going to be the core of WolfQuest here on the channel, and you know, if I could do this full time, I would be doing probably Wildfire, Floodwater, and Diablo Creek full time, and that way I would have, you know, kind of 2 series going, and then a stream series. But unfortunately, that's just not really possible for me at the moment. A quick reminder to subscribe to the channel if you have not already, if you guys are watching my videos. That could maybe make it a reality someday, but yeah, the fact that the superstition pack with Firefly's pack is on the map, you know, I always want to play as my dispersed wolves. If I had all the time in the world, I would make stories with every single one of them. I just think it's so interesting to see where everyone goes from here. Do we need to hunt? We really don't, actually. We can just focus on territory for now. And then if we hide pack territory, so this is like our summer home. So I think it's high time that we take that back from the Bedlam Mountain wolves. Thankfully we're not really sending them in this territory. There's a million dispersals around. But they seem to be leaving us alone for the moment. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about some dispersal wolves for the future. I'm definitely tempted with Firefly, but then I also don't want to be the channel that like starts things and doesn't finish them, because that always sucks when you get into a series and then it's just like not completed and left on the wayside, and I don't want to be that channel for you guys. So yeah, there we have it. Yeah, we'll just kind of slowly take over. And we also have that release out now where I think it's during winter time, isn't it? That your pack might during the sleep they might get a radio collar, which is pretty cool. I haven't really had that happen yet. Oh, sizzle. And I'm trying to think. I think Allison Acres usually has quite a few spawns in it for elk, so I think we'll take that one first. We're just gonna run down here and do that really quickly. And here they are. As expected. Now, who are their pack leaders? Because I would just love to take them out. Legolas? Oh, Legolas. Is that it? Where's your other pack leader? I don't know, but we're about to see if you're here. There you are. I think Bedlam Mountain needs to go, you guys. I really, really do. We've got the blessings of the wildfire on us. We're feeling great. We're feeling full. Let's regain our stamina here. And they have tons of wolves, so taking out Legolas might not even really do anything. But one can only hope. And hopefully our pups fare well in this. But Cole is really getting his revenge on this pack. Ow! Who is that? I don't know, but I'm just gonna be locked on to Legolas. And hoping for his demise. And I'm gonna actually check on Galadriel as well. She's the one who killed one of our pups. I don't know where she stands in the pack, but she's been around for a while. I'm pretty sure she's like a subordinate. Like she's not a young wolf. She's been around for a minute. And yeah, I think this is going to give the Wildfire time to maybe rest and reset, and you know, the blessings that Timber has bestowed upon the pack is giving them a lot of renewed vigor. There goes Azula on that pup. Oh my gosh, and Phoenix is on this pup too. Yeah, this pup might go out as well. Yeah, the whole pack is on that wolf. 3 wolves from the Bedlam Mountain were taken out today. And I just hope that that might give a little bit of faith back to the fire. Well, upon waking, we should have stopped by this carcass because I was smelling it yesterday, but I went ahead and went to sleep. But there is a bison carcass with a little bit of food, and the Buzzard's Roost pack is around. So I think that might be. It says dispersal, so I'm thinking that's Grit that is around, which is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and check the known wolves. Oh, we've had some changes. Hold on. Hold on. Soul moved elsewhere with mate. So Soul has in fact found a mate and has moved on to a different map. Scarlet and Torch were killed. We were here for that. Burn was also killed, so those are not a surprise. Lightning and Firefly and Gristle are still on the map, and Lightning is right over here still looking for a mate. Very, very cool. And we're smelling presumably him right now. And there is a cougar on this bison as well, but bites of bison usually go for a fairly long time, so even though there's not much on the carcass, it's still probably worth it. Just because each bite, you know, is worth quite a bit. So let's get this cat nice and mad. Aw, minor injury, that's not cool. Good job, Phoenix. Alright, the cat is gone and the bison is gone as well. Looks like, I think Sizzle and Zuko must have eaten most of that. But that's good. I'm glad that it didn't go to waste. There is actually still some elk in the distance over here. Unless the winds just changed on us. Nope. There we go. How far? It's not gonna tell me because we're on the dog scent. Jasper herd 900 meters away. Maybe let's see if we can get a little bit of a hunt done and take some more territory. And with an elk herd acquired, we're gonna see if we can chase them north. Just because we have a little bit of territory that we need to take up there. Do watch out, Phoenix. Oh, you know what? I am so curious though. Yeah, the pups have been really training quite a bit with everything that they've had to go through this season, so I'm not surprised that their experience is pretty darn high. But we're just gonna chase them north for a little while. See if anybody decides to fall for us. Now I know as soon as I lock on to check how somebody is doing, the pack is gonna start to go after them. This one has a little bit of damage done to it, so Azula has locked on and decided that that's what we're gonna do. Phoenix has also locked on. Get Dad on here as well. Now that we've got our blessing, it is much easier for Cole to be able to participate. And he's just feeling really, really good in his elder years right now, with Timber looking out for him. Kind of that moment when you're in so much pain that you almost start to stop feeling it. I almost think that that's kind of what Cole is going through right now. Where in his later years, hi Electra, in his later years he's getting this revamp of life, and is not as sore as he once was, and you know, feeling really, really good. And it's almost feeling like he's in a little bit of a remission, and he can enjoy his family once again and feel like he can be there for them and really shelter them through this hard time. There's a cougar over there. But as hard as last episode was, friends, I'm hoping that this kind of new spin on things makes a little bit of sense, and you know, we can kind of take that and adopt it and see it for what it is and move on. How long will this blessing last? I'm not really sure. That cougar deciding to move in, or we're just getting the music here? Let's see if everybody has eaten. Yes, they have. We will go ahead and mark that carcass, take a meat chunk, and actually go a little bit north. Our territory is lacking in this region. The elk are actually still right there, which is pretty funny. And who would be raiding us at this time? Could be Crazy Creek or Crazy Peak or Bedlam Mountain at this point. Probably don't care to deal with that. Let's see what hex they're in. Because I would like to take this eastern one as well. And of course, make sure Firefly is still on the map and doing well. One of the reasons that I wanted to battle with Bedlam Mountain is if we can take them out, that's going to give Firefly a fighting chance on the map too. She's doing well at the moment, but yeah, if we can take them out, that's going to give her an opportunity to stay on the map, and we haven't had that since Blaze was around. Not that I want to get in altercations with her, but it would just be really nice to still see her around and maybe catch a glimpse of her pups, and we can, you know, always move on and run away and not engage. You know, sometimes that's gonna happen, but yeah, I think it would be really fun to still see her around. And I've already gotten comments as well, hoping to maybe play as her one day, which like I said, I can already like see the thumbnails in my head and the theme, and you know, because you guys know all of my thumbnails have different themes that go along with them, and I can already picture it. So yeah, it's definitely quite tempting. That's for sure. I would like my pups to heal though, instead of engaging, if I'm going to be honest. We still hold this territory. which is obviously very, very important to us. Can we still reinforce this? Well, I think this one's at 100, so but I think we'll go to sleep here. I think that's fine. We can deal with whatever. Oh my goodness. We completed the freaking quest. I did not see that coming, y'all. Celebrate with a pack rally? That means we've officially completed Young Hunters. Is Crimson pregnant? She must be. Crimson. That means Cole's probably gonna have another litter, you guys. And he's gonna move on to age 9, perhaps? Hi, babe. You have taken the pack so far. And it was probably Bedlam Mountain that was, no, excuse me, Crazy Peak. That was probably pushing on us. And we'll want to take some of this for just a moment. Let's take those hexes really quickly and we'll do our pack rally and wrap it up for the day. Alright friends, I wish it was daytime so we could actually see our wolves, but we at least have a beautiful sky where we know Timber is looking down on us. Timber and Nisha. And let's go ahead and get our pack rally going. Oh man. I wish it was daytime. There we go. They have learned the basics of hunting, I'll say so. We certainly struggled. They learned a lot. They had to lift quite the burden. And the pack is still going. Your pups will be born soon. Oh my gosh. This is our last chance to get a little tea coat, you guys. I have been holding out for so long, hoping that we'll get another little tea coat like Cole, and we've not gotten it. So I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that we'll get a little tea coat this year. But it looks like Cole has one more year to go. He survived year 8 and going on to year 9. With his mate Crimson. Everybody's injuries have healed. And thankfully it's finally daytime. Okay friends, thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know what you guys are thinking about all the lore that we discussed today, and also leave me some name suggestions down below for some fiery names for what would seem to be the last litter of the Wildfire pack, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much again for watching. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you are not already, and I'll see you then. Bye bye!